And now, the WWE presents Bragging Rights.
Hello everybody and welcome back to WWE 12 Universe. I am your host Jitch and you are watching Bragging Rights, the one time of the year where all the brands are going to go head to head to find out who's the best.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring, the World Tag Team Champions, William Regal and Wade Barrett.
Well, this is two of the four members of the United Kingdom over on Monday Night Raw, and of course donning the colors of Raw tonight for this special occasion, as William Regal and Wade Barrett are set to represent the Red brand as the World Tag Team Champions, who will face off against SmackDown's WWE Tag Team Champions, of which here comes one half of them now.
Representing the Misfits, from Toronto, Canada, weighing 223 pounds, he is one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, Christian.
Well, Christian and Tyson Kidd found their way into the tag team division as parts of the Misfits, a group that is bent on tonight, pretty much. It's all about that. That's what it's all been about for a lot of people, is they've known that this Bragging Rights event is coming up, and they've been waiting, picking their spot to see who's going to be the one to come in to represent their brand, to potentially come out with such a big win for their brand. Here tonight, Christian, one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, is going to be representing SmackDown. Not in the most honorable way. You can tell people have really turned against Christian. Only has himself to blame.
Representing the Misfits, from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing 199 pounds, he is one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, Tyson Kidd.
It's going to be very interesting to see who it is that comes out on top in all these situations. Who it is that comes out as the superiors of each brand, because that's basically what this figures out, is who's the better tag team champions, who's the better world champions, yeah, who's the better women's champion, etc., etc. We're going to be finding out a lot of things about the overall talent pool of the shows, and we're starting things off with this tag team match. First fall to the finish, Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. Finally, this one begins. SmackDown got quite the upper hand tonight, as they're in all 6 matches, whilst Raw is only in 5 of the 6. And ECW is unfortunately only involved in 2 matches tonight, as they do not have nearly as much of a roster, which definitely puts them at a disadvantage. They can't actually come out with the big W tonight, but what they can do, what ECW can do that really counts tonight, is in that main event when Big Show competes representing ECW against SmackDown's WWE Champion The Miz and Raw's World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus. If Big Show comes out with the victory, he will be declared the Champion of Champions, which is a hell of a feat, a hell of an accomplishment. We don't really know what that entails just yet, but he'd be the first. This is apparently going to become an annual thing. I see this every year, these stars competing off to find out who is the best, but this is the one time of the year where you'll get to see people from all brands facing off against each other. This is what we've been building up to, this is what we've been waiting for. And of course, what better way to get ready for what comes next month in November, when we hit one whole year of this universe with the return of Survivor Series, the first ever second annual event to happen.
A nice veteran-like counter from the young Tyson Kidd. Watch it.
Going to be really exciting to see what happens at Survivor Series, but that's looking a little too far to the future. We got to focus on tonight. We got to focus on bragging rights and who's going to be able to take it. I want to make sure that I'm not wrong to have said that Raw gets 5 chances tonight. They've got this match, the 6-man tag, the women's match, the mid titles, and the world. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they do have 5 chances. This is realistically, as you can probably tell from the theming of the place, this was SmackDown versus Raw primarily, but obviously ECW got involved in the picture, and that did shake the foundation of this show. That did change things a little bit. What a statement it would be for ECW to be the one that come out with the win tonight in both of their matches, though. They would go to show that perhaps, despite not being featured in enough matches to win the whole show, they would have to say they are the elite brand. I'd say maybe to balance things out, each victory for ECW should count as 2 points. That'd probably be a fair way to balance it out. So, like, because then they can get a maximum of 4, whereas SmackDown can get a maximum of 6, and Raw can get a maximum of 5. It does balance things out a little more, so I'm going to go with that as of right now, because I do just make things up on the fly. ECW's matches are worth double points for them tonight. Wait, Barrett making the tag to William Regal? I made a slight imperfection on Regal's attire, I've just realised. Whoops. A little bit of gold on his attire still, and there's not supposed to be. Fuck. I'll own that shit, though. I messed up. I kind of rushed them, admittedly, some of these attires. They were a little rushed, because I thought it'd be really nice if everyone was kind of representing their brands. So, that's just what I did.
Big knockdown to Tyson Kidd.
ECW's got it a little bit tough tonight, as we know. Their hardcore champion and their ECW champion, the same man, the only man who'll be representing ECW tonight is The Big Show. Now, I gotta say, that's a great man to have at the forefront of everything. Definitely shouldn't leave you uncertain of their chances at all. He could easily win both matches, but it's not going to be easy for the Big Show, I would imagine, knowing that he's got that much kind of piled on his back tonight.
And the ref sees the tag. Oh, what an incredible move!
Got some fluid tagging in, tagging out. Who knows the chemistry of these tag teams? I will admit that for a battle of brand supremacy, it's a little interesting how fresh the 2 sets of tag team champions are. Not to be mistaken, you know, they could be great tag teams. Obviously, when you think about the superior tag teams from each brand, from Raw, you'd easily think of the Celtic Cross. They dominated for such a long time. Why wouldn't you think Sheamus and Drew McIntyre? And when you think SmackDown, you probably think D-Generation X, or maybe the Altitude Alliance. Certainly not Tyson Kidd and Christian, who are very new to the scene, and I guess that's kind of their goal, though, is to turn some heads, make them think, maybe they were the right choice.
And more often than not, he does. You know, there's just
Regal focusing on the wrong man. Classic mistake.
And Regal gets out of that one unscathed. Tyson Kidd. Whoa!
Tyson Kidd. Got all of that one. Kick to the midsection. Regal with a reversal.
What a tag team match this has been.
Why do you guys say it like that?
Regal. Vicious.
Tyson Kidd really thinking about it as he makes the tag to Christian. What a moment. What an incredible moment.
Any of the matches from this week, go to WWE.com to catch up on all the action. Oh, good God, what are they doing here?
Not a lot. They kind of dragged him over to their corner and then just looked at him. Christian catches the kill switch on Wade Barrett. Tyson Kidd got Christian's back, and it's a win for SmackDown. to start things off, which is definitely not what Raw needs right now, knowing that SmackDown has the advantage overall. Ouch. Christian. Well, Tyson Kidd and Christian once again having a great tag team showing, and it's Team SmackDown that picks up the first point of 6 matches tonight. What a win for SmackDown as we move on to our next match of the night. What's it gonna be, you may be wondering? Well, we figured we'd get the Slaughter out of the way. So Wade, what? Don't know where Wade Barrett came from. So Justin Gabriel, he's been preparing all week for this moment. He's got a lot to prove tonight, and up next he goes up against the ECW champion and Hardcore champion. This one's worth double for ECW, but they gotta get through this, man. As crazy as that sounds.
Accompanied by Brie approaching the ring, heavyweight champion Gabriel.
I've been informed that the Big Show will not be competing in this match tonight. He's decided to put all of his attention towards the main event, the Champion of Champions match, and he'll be sitting this one out, but he has forfeited the Hardcore Championship to someone he truly believes deserves it. Whoa! Wait, what?
And his opponent, the Hardcore champion, Chavo Guerrero.
Don't get me wrong. I respect Big Show wanting to rest up and be prepared for the main event and everything, but Chavo Guerrero is a very interesting choice to have represent ECW in this match. It's become a lot more even of a playing field by swapping that over. I'm a little intrigued by this. I mean, as I say, I can understand it from Big Show's perspective, absolutely. But to hand the Hardcore Championship over to Chavo Guerrero, who only just recently picked up a victory for Mason Ryan, his first win almost all season. I don't know if that was brave or stupid, but Big Show is certain of his actions, and this has definitely made this a very even playing field for Justin Gabriel now, who was initially coming into this one a little bit nervous, whether he'd admit it or not. Especially after that loss to The Rock this Friday on SmackDown, I think it's very safe to say Justin Gabriel's confidence must have been at least a little shaken. But Chavo Guerrero stepping up as the representative of ECW tonight. A very interesting substitution in Star. With a brand with superstars like Brodus Clay, Ezekiel Jackson, Vladimir Kozlov, Vader. I'm just a little curious as to how the Big Show came to the conclusion that it was Chavo that needed tonight's spotlight. Well, if Chavo doesn't win this match tonight, it's a guaranteed loss in the bragging rights point system for ECW, that's for sure. It's all or nothing for Chavo Guerrero tonight, same for the Big Show. You know, between 0 and 2 points if either of them lose. That's definitely not going to be an overall victory for bragging rights. And at least Raw or SmackDown are coming out with 3. I mean, Chavo Guerrero, he's a great wrestler and he's a former Cruiserweight champion, but he's just had a little bit of a down period. And I know he's trying to fight back. He truly believes he can be ECW champion one day. That's a quote he has said. He believes that ECW is going to be where it all turns around for him. A victory over Justin Gabriel would do just that. But right now, although he's just finally gotten some offense in as I went to say that, he wasn't looking too good to begin with. Maybe this was like a false sense of security. Make Justin Gabriel think he's got it easy because he's now fighting against someone his own size rather than the Big Show. And then Chavo's well-trained, well-versed, able to take control of this and come out with the win. I don't know. this series of matches tonight at Bragging Rights. They're all going to be some great matches. Still to come, we're going to see Drew McIntyre, the European Champion, up against John Morrison, the Intercontinental Champion, as well as a 6-man tag team elimination match pitting Team Raw against Team SmackDown. Team SmackDown consisting entirely of the faction known as The Crew, Mark Henry, R-Truth, and Booker T, up against Team Raw, which is Edge and Jack Swagger with the randomly selected tag team partner of Kane. And then we've got the absolute collision of Goliaths. Kharma and Beth Phoenix gonna face off. And then our main event, the triple threat. Sheamus, Big Show, and The Miz. That's gonna be a big one. I said it before, I'll say it again. The only way I see Miz coming out with that victory is highway robbery. He did it to beat Stone Cold for the WWE Championship. How could he not pull it off tonight? I actually believe he's got what it takes now.
This match has been 100 miles an hour since the opening bell. And there's the submission that might be in the ropes, and that may have been the only escape.
Justin Gabriel has been all offense on Chavo Guerrero. I respect the decision to have put Chavo Guerrero into this matchup for what it is. I respect Big Show. That guy knows what he's doing. But Chavo Guerrero is someone who I think he needed a bit more of a slow build before being handed a championship. I think he wanted to earn that. At least that's what I was under the impression of. He seems to have gladly taken the championship he was given, though.
You're in trouble now.
I'm getting some offense in against the light heavyweight champion. And never mind. Justin Gabriel, oh, thinking that he had this one nice and easy, as I think he will continue to think throughout this match, if I had to guess.
Just writhing in agony. Give me a break, there's no need for that.
You know Brie Bella at some point is going to be an effective factor in this matchup. Justin Gabriel keeps her close by because he knows she's his secret weapon. Chavo so much as lays a finger on her, even by mistake, and he is disqualified. Gabriel knows that. Gabriel loves that. Gabriel's been a real rising star just lately on SmackDown since getting Brie Bella in his corner. This combination has worked out really well for Justin Gabriel. Admittedly, he took a loss to The Rock this past Friday, but barring that... Oh, here we go.
What force, what a good job getting to the ropes there. He's stretching out that torso.
Sit out. Powerbomb type move. Oh, and here comes the that thing. He got it.
He's done.
But it's not enough with Justin Gabriel. He wants to make Chavo Guerrero tap out. He wants to force that man to say that he gives up, and Chavo Guerrero is not going to do that.
What sheer determination.
Chavo Guerrero's got the fighting spirit. Chavo Guerrero, that is. I said that so quickly, it just kind of came out as a noise.
Gosh, did you see his head?
Part of me wonders if the match that Big Show had with Eddie was enough to maybe earn some respect to the Guerrero name that he wanted to give it to Chavo. I'm just not sure what history Big Show has with Chavo that he'd want to give him his championship.
He thinks he has it. One.
Is that enough? Oh.
Gabriel wins.
Tough loss. You hate to see it, but it happens. Chavo Guerrero unable to pick up the win. 2 points for ECW in a single match there. Justin Gabriel gets the clean win. No distractions from Brie Bella involved. Justin Gabriel picks up the win over ECW's... Oh wait, no, it's not a 2-point win for ECW. What am I saying? It's another point for SmackDown. My bad. Justin Gabriel, the light heavyweight champion, with another point for SmackDown. 2-0 so far over Raw and ECW. Justin Gabriel gets the win as we move on. Up next, it is the one-on-one collision you've been waiting for. John Morrison and Drew McIntyre. Well, so far SmackDown has that 2-point lead. Will it become 3?
Contest is scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring, representing the Misfits from Los Angeles, California, weighing 224 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, John Morrison.
Right now, it's safe to say that unfortunately, Raw and ECW aren't even in the picture. ECW is unfortunately, right now, not even standing a high chance of coming in second place. Raw would have to win no matches tonight, or one match tonight. And ECW would have to see Big Show win the main event in order for ECW to come in second place tonight. So right now, the pressure is definitely on for the Big Show. I don't think he was quite expecting Chavo Guerrero to take the loss. Well, regardless, there's your Intercontinental Champion, everybody. Representing SmackDown up against this man, the European Champion of Raw. One of the most successful stars to set foot in the ring. Drew McIntyre once had an undefeated streak of several months. Longest reigning champion they've ever seen. As one half of the World Tag Team Champions with Sheamus. And a lot of people say the real deserving face of the United Kingdom. There are people that truly believe he should be the leader of the United Kingdom, as he is far superior to Sheamus. But don't let Sheamus hear you saying that. Well, this one should be great, honestly. Drew McIntyre and John Morrison going head-to-head here tonight. Two incredibly great stars, two people who I think could be in for some great championship reigns. Two people who, some could say, both even, are quite superior to the leaders of their factions. So far tonight, it's been a victory for the Misfits over the United Kingdom. Will the United Kingdom be able to get one back over the Misfits tonight? As we've had gang warfare, as the crew wanted, but not quite as the crew wanted, because it doesn't involve them. The United Kingdom versus the Misfits, kind of like the secondary title to tonight's bragging rights event.
Yeah, and it's so successful for one reason, because nobody else in the WWE.
However, that's going to change is up next. Going to be shifting that over to a 6-man elimination tag team match, which will pit the crew, Mark Henry, R-Truth, and Booker T up against Team Raw, which is brought together of Edge, Jack Swagger, and Kane.
This match is being televised around the world in 18 languages in over 110 countries.
Well, a victory for John Morrison tonight is going to do that man wonders for his career. To be able to say he's beaten one of the most difficult to beat stars on Raw.
King, how does Morrison do it? I mean, he's down and out, but he keeps fighting back.
He's a resilient
Kingdom
man. That's what I like
obviously
about
got something to prove now, though, with Barrett and Regal failing. So far tonight, SmackDown looking real impressive. In between their victory for Justin Gabriel and their victory for Christian and Tyson Kidd, SmackDown really looking like the superior brand already. A victory over Drew McIntyre tonight from John Morrison would equal 3 wins in a single night for SmackDown, which would damn near guarantee them victory tonight. They've just got to win 1 more after that, and they've already got the untouchable score. Whereas I guess it could it tie? If Morrison won tonight and got 3 points, that would be 3 points for SmackDown, I mean. And then Team Raw won the next match, and then Kharma beat Beth Phoenix, and then Sheamus won the triple threat. It would be a tie. So at the very least, SmackDown could be looking at a tie if they get 1 more win tonight. But that's what I meant to say this whole time. Look, it's very early in the morning, okay? I will say right now, John Morrison is really bringing it to Drew McIntyre. McIntyre seems to be off his game right now. That is a guy who is normally incredibly in control in a matchup. Quite odd to see. John Morrison is clearly very motivated tonight.
So much for playing with Morrison. Morrison can seize offense from anywhere.
Well, it's about time we see McIntyre getting something in.
Look at the agility. Hard shot to the skull. Morrison's looking very impressive thus far.
I agree. Ugh. Surprisingly.
He may be intent on breaking the arm.
Yeah, Morrison is looking incredible. McIntyre getting a little bit shaken here, maybe. Blinding red attire. I figured I didn't really need to make an attire for him. He's already got one. It's red. Happens with some people. McIntyre just kind of wasting time right now. What the hell is he thinking?
He almost took his head off with that lariat. One thing we've learned about John Morrison, King, he has tremendous resilience.
Yeah, and with that unique hardcore wrestling style of his, you never know what he's
I thought he said hardcore. I was going to say John Morrison does not wrestle hardcore. It's about time we saw Drew McIntyre start really getting some offense in. But again, John Morrison just showing that he's got that fight in him right now. He's determined. He's really, really fixated on getting this victory over Raw's European champion, one of the least defeated stars on Raw. Oh, a poke to the eye. Not the classiest way to get back control, but it works. Oh.
John Morrison likes to work at an accelerated pace.
Very curious to see which side of the fence you guys all ended up being on, whether you were Team Raw, Team SmackDown, or Team ECW. I never actually got to see your comments before this episode, as I'm recording this before any of the pre-bragging rights episodes have gone. Oh! That was his finishing move, wasn't it? Oh, I think that was a setup for his finisher. When you look at their records, don't know why I haven't pulled these up yet. John Morrison tonight, you know, he's coming in this match 10-15 overall, but a 7-5 this season. But 10-15 overall. It ain't the best, but Drew McIntyre 16-5. Admittedly, he's 9-5 this season. He's definitely taken a few losses, but the first season, a perfect 7-0 record on Drew McIntyre. Are we seeing perhaps a bit of downfall for McIntyre? Nice bridging German goes into the cover. And an immediate kick out by John Morrison, who just has got no quit in him tonight. I guess he realizes that a victory tonight is a victory for SmackDown, at least tied for number 1.
Watch out here.
I don't think so.
Watch it.
McIntyre now going for a neck breaker. Very competitive. Jumpy knees. Okay, I'm not quite sure why he's working the arm, but McIntyre targeting the arm. Don't really see how that affects John Morrison too much in this match.
And will this be it? And Morrison
McIntyre showing a slight sign of desperation there. I don't know why else he'd go for a cover on Morrison this early on. He's just really been thrown off his game. There's no other way to put it. I think the fight from Morrison is really surprising Drew McIntyre.
And there's the submission. This might be it. Wait a minute. Refusing to give in there. What sheer determination.
The crowd can be so hateful sometimes.
Nice, well-placed kick to the ribs.
8 minutes into this matchup, Drew McIntyre. Oh, face first into the corner. Tries to catch him with a DDT, but Morrison with a smooth reversal.
He is definitely going to have those ribs looked at after this match.
And wasting a little too much time posing there as Drew McIntyre gets back into this. And oh, clubbing low across the chest. No, nice, nice reversal there by Morrison again, though.
You can see the wear and tear that this fight has taken out of the. Oh, what a counter!
Morrison really doing everything he can. Oh my God! Whoa, whoa! Future Shock! That just came out of nowhere. Drew McIntyre caught one arm from a swing from John Morrison and just hooked the other straight into a Future Shock DDT, and McIntyre picks up the first win for Raw. John Morrison was incredibly impressive tonight, but McIntyre with one hell of a finish, reminding us all who he is.
Drew McIntyre.
What an incredible
Wow.
match.
That one could have gone either way.
So Raw picks up their first point here tonight, and it's a point credited to Drew McIntyre after a fantastic match between two great champions. We now move on to the 6-man elimination Team Raw versus Team SmackDown matchup. Who's it going to be? Are the crew going to be able to come out on top, or can Edge, Kane, and Jack Swagger put their heads together and pick up a win for Raw? It's definitely not looking good for Raw in this one, but you just never know. As it currently stands, the scoreboard sits at 2 to SmackDown, 1 to Raw. And here comes the first two of Team Raw.
Is a 6-man elimination tag team match. Introducing first, the All-American Jack Swagger, and the Rated R Superstar, Edge.
One of the oddest tag teams there are. Raw's team of Jack Swagger and Edge, very much two people who had a lot of personal issues with each other and kind of got pushed into teaming together because of it. It's just a way to try and resolve their issues, see how well they'd work as a tag team instead, maybe turn that opposition into chemistry. It hasn't worked out well for them so far, but we'll see. Edge got a World Heavyweight Championship opportunity to look forward to tomorrow night against Sheamus.
Partner, weighing 323 pounds, Kane.
A little bit of an homage to Kane's old gear there. Donning the red for the first time since he lost his mask. Of course, Kane representing Raw here tonight. Mick Foley a little nervous about the idea of Kane in this match, as he is kind of a combustible element, I guess you could say. You can never really tell whether you can rely on him or not. He's very much all in for himself. But of course, Foley tried to make it worth their while. He said that there'll be a special reward for whoever comes out as the survivors of this match. In other words, if you're eliminated, you won't be rewarded. But yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen Kane in red, that's for sure. These guys mean business.
And their opponents, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, R-Truth, and Booker T, the Crew.
These three SmackDown stars were all chosen in a heartbeat by Teddy Long when he realized none of them would be champions going into bragging rights. He thought, what better way to approach Team Raw? What better way to stick it to Raw in general than to go with an actual group? Smart move. You can't fault the logic. Just use an actual tag team, or faction in this sense, and let them get the job done as they would any other night. And again, obviously, though, I imagine there's some kind of special reward in it for these guys. I know that they obviously, you know, they're quite proud to represent SmackDown, but I'm sure there's still something in it for them outside of that as well. It'll be interesting to see who is chosen from each team to start the match off. Okay, so it'll be Jack Swagger and R-Truth. Team Raw up against Team SmackDown in this one. This is a 30-minute match, been given a little bit longer than any other match generally would. That is because, of course, with this many people in the match at one time, this could go on for a while, and this is elimination style. It's all about finding out who the last men standing will be. Of course, if this comes to a time-up, it is based entirely on who's remaining from each side. So, for example, if, say, R-Truth is eliminated, but Mark Henry and Booker are still in, but on the opposing side it's just Kane, Team SmackDown are given the automatic victory on a 2-to-1 advantage. Definitely don't underestimate R-Truth. Don't underestimate anyone on the crew, to be honest. No, they may have some unsuccessful background behind them, R-Truth and Mark Henry, but that's kind of what got the crew started, was the fact that they felt they were dragged to the lowest low, humiliated, made jokes out of, and they managed to turn their careers around.
The thing about Jack Swagger and his approach to sports entertainment is he's deceivingly big and deceivingly powerful.
Well, Swagger's close to 6'6" and already 265 pounds. He's so young, you know he's going to get bigger as the years go on.
Oh yeah, he was huge by the end of his career. Yes, I know he still wrestles, chill.
Ooh, hard shot by R-Truth. What's he going to do here?
This could be bad. Wait, what's he doing?
Whew. Right now, Truth really showing an impressive streak to start things off here over a former World Heavyweight Champion like Jack Swagger. I will say Swagger and Edge are both former World Heavyweight Champions. Admittedly, Edge not particularly known for his World Heavyweight Championship reign, to put it kindly. It lasted all of a few minutes. And of course, let's not forget that it was Jack Swagger who cashed in his Money in the Bank briefcase to defeat Edge for that championship. It was Swagger who ended Edge's only World Championship reign, which I think has always caused a little bit of a strain on their tag team if I had to guess. Flatliner by Truth. Quite interested to see how this match will go down, what the elimination process will look like, if any. For all we know, this match could see all 30 minutes go by and not a single elimination. In that case, it's a draw. No points for either team. Oh! Edge throwing reference, Swagger throwing reference to Edge's special finisher move he likes to pull out every now and then. And by every now and then, I mean more often than not.
Thank you for joining us tonight for this unique bragging rights event. Hard shot to the arm.
Oh, what a slam!
Edge really don't want to waste time on the clock too much there, man. 26 minutes may feel like a lot, but it ain't when you got 3 guys to go through in that time.
Momentum in the WWE can turn on a dime.
Wow, what a suplex! Uh-oh, this is bad. Hey! Oh, man, you take a a shot like that, and you feel it for weeks. What a tag team match this has been.
Up next, two of the most indestructible forces on any show ever. Kharma and Beth Phoenix are going to go one-on-one. This match has been saved for the semi-main event tonight simply because of the potential that this match has. Two women who have really never met their match. Two women who have never really had anyone too imposing stand before them are about to have their similar backgrounds lead to a one-on-one matchup, and I think it's going to be one we're not going to forget anytime soon. Beth Phoenix and Kharma are going to tear the roof off this place, and I'm really curious which one of the two is actually going to be able to come out with the victory, because I really can't predict who it is that the better woman is between those two. Possibly Kharma, simply because since winning the championship, she's only lost it. She's only lost one match, and she's never dropped the championship. Whereas Beth Phoenix is on her second championship reign, and she's still very fresh into it too. She has taken at least a few losses, whereas I believe Kharma has strictly taken one, maybe two losses in her career so far. But I guess we'll find out more about that later on. Interesting strategy they got going on here. Both tag teams preserving their monsters. Neither Kane nor Mark Henry really seeing any ring time just yet. Oh, sorry. You really left on your toes wondering when that first elimination is going to take place. See, White Edge would go for R-Truth on the apron there. Seemed a little unnecessary. Drop toe hold into an elbow drop.
Mark Henry is one of those rare guys that can just pummel you with one or two shots. Shots that you won't get up from.
And he gets the tag.
Tag made again to Swagger, and Kane continues to be ignored. Mark Henry finding his way into the ring. Ah, there you go. Big man in. And it's the back. No, never mind. Mark Henry got the hell out of there.
Extremely dangerous.
Now bringing in his partner.
Kane is a man fixated on getting his mask back and being his past self once again. He feels he's been stripped down and weakened ever since. I feel like that'll be his only wish should he win this match. Get me my mask back. I don't know how doable that is, but I feel like that's all he wants.
And he targets the arm. Kane, with all that strength, all that power, has got to be intimidating. Painfully intimidating. There's the tag. WWE fans.
Tag made to R-Truth. Mark Henry and Truth got a lot of great tag team chemistry with each other. The originators of the crew.
Kane is a cruel man. He is a black.
Let's not forget exactly how it is that R-Truth was recruited to team with Mark Henry. We'll never forget. I've never known a guy to be beaten into teaming with someone before, but that's exactly what happened to R-Truth. Physically abused by Mark Henry to the point of going, alright, I'll team with you. You're right.
Booker T. And there's the count.
Kane was incredibly quick to start fighting for the escape on that. Still curious who that first elimination is going to be. I think we've got quite a lot of time still until we get anywhere near seeing it.
Oh, look at this. Right on the bridge of the nose. Booker T.
Booker has been very impressive despite losing the Intercontinental Championship so quickly to John Morrison. Booker, I think, has managed to stay motivated, stay focused, and really trying to make a name for himself in any way possible. One day I think he will definitely go back for the Intercontinental Championship, and at that point that may spell trouble for John Morrison. However, Morrison looking so good in the last match, I don't know.
dangerous submission hold here.
How much punishment can he absorb? Ah! Oh, jeez.
And he lands
This match
in a
is really anyone's game right now.
Painful kick.
But it's really breaking down a little bit in this corner.
Booker T can be funny. Booker T can be mean.
What?
Right now, Booker T is all business.
Stop it. Stop talking.
Watch it.
And he powers out.
Oh,
There's the suplex.
launched him.
Watch this. And now, looking to put him away.
That's it. He's done.
I would be interested if he were. Booker T getting measured for the choke slam straight to hell. Is this going to be enough to see the first elimination in this six-man tag team match? Booker T. Oh, jeez.
This is it.
Well, he got hit, but
He's stretching
he
out
got
that
back
torso,
up too.
checking for any bruises, and you know, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Give in there. What sheer determination.
Oh,
Down in the corner. Not where you want to be. Showing no mercy. These athletes seem to have tried everything in their playbook.
no, there's more in their arsenal. I promise you that. I don't know what it is, but they'll find it. Whoa!
And he fights his way out.
Henry throwing Edge into the corner. He got anything big in mind? Booker T, the only man really showing any signs of heart at near the 10-minute mark. Really does make you wonder how lengthy of a match we're in for with these guys. I mean, obviously, we might see the full 30 minutes. I don't think that's too far-fetched to predict. I'm just curious who the first guy to go is. Oh, lie detector. That came out of nowhere.
He's in trouble now.
R-Truth looking for that. Lil Jimmy.
Whoa!
Got it.
A tremendous move from R-Truth.
Go for the pin. Stupid. Stupid. Edge didn't even really seem hurt by that.
Yow! Watch out here. Whoa!
Would you look at this? Can you believe it? This is an
Rolling up to
undying
his
will
feet
to
and
succeed.
some more back and forth between these two. Into the corner for R-Truth. Edge making the tag out.
Down here to check on the injured ribs and back.
Yeah,
Oh, don't say that. We don't need any injuries.
Need him down here before that. He makes the tag.
R-Truth now showing some signs of hurt.
And he finally gets out
Him
of the
and
ring.
Booker have been worn down quite a bit in this matchup, but Mark Henry has remained strong.
And he tags out.
Here comes Edge. Someone who's also been showing a little bit of signs of hurt. They've been in this match the most, I'd imagine.
Partners being punished
And I guess Edge decided he didn't want to deal with Swagger. I mean, with Mark Henry right now, he got Swagger to do it. And Henry tagging out. I don't really know what's going on now. I don't have a psychological explanation for why they're doing what they're doing. WWE 12. There you go, that's my explanation.
We got a tag.
Yep, WWE 12. Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. That's a main event in any building.
Swagger demonstrating that phenomenal Matt Mays know-how.
Now, what now?
And there's the and he escapes the hold.
And there's the Lawler just screams.
And he makes the tag.
Elbows his way out of that one. Jack Swagger trying to capitalize on a weakened Booker T, but no joy. Okay, here's the cover.
Shoulders down.
Is this going to be enough?
And the count's broken. broken, keeping the match alive.
One moment.
He is definitely going to have those ribs looked at after this match.
Submission locked in tight. This could do it. And he breaks the hold. And the ref starts the count.
Okay, hopefully I remember to cut that. Anyway. Oh, maybe we're going to see our first elimination finally. Jack Swagger.
The All-American
Got wrench.
What a move. Can he capitalize?
Don't screw it up. Pin.
And he gets into the ropes.
Why are they being stupid? Oh yeah, they're 12. Never
Right
mind.
on the back of the head off an explosive German suplex.
Pin him.
And here comes his partner.
Well, no, don't hot tag. What the hell's that gonna do? Well, Kane's in. Booker's down. And Henry's down. And Kane just kind of stood there. But Booker's gonna get injured at this rate. They're beating the hell out of him. Should have put KO on.
Choke slam by the big red monster.
They're not pinning.
Kane's enjoying himself now. The referee getting
Why are they not
involved now.
pinning? Pin. Oh, you dumb bastard. Go for the pin. I was like, oh, I'll leave the shot to the AI. I don't really have a choice for which brand's superior. And it's just like, no. This is Kane, literally. That's what he's doing. With that walking left and right he was doing, that was him going, no. No, I will not pin.
Kane is so big and so strong. Just
I don't know if they're going to pin in this match. Oh, thank God. I mean, it's probably not going to work. There's two guys right there. Referee, what are you doing?
And there's the save.
Arguing with Edge. Why the hell was he arguing with Edge? I want to see at least one elimination. I don't expect like a victory at this point. Because we're over halfway through the match. We've got 13 minutes to see 3 people get pinned at least. I just don't see it. But
You know, outside the ring, Mark Henry may be one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
I just want to see one pinfall.
And he powers out. And now he's back out on the apron.
Edge is towering over Mark Henry, but he's doing nothing about it. Okay.
The tag is made.
Seems like a waste of a comeback if you ask me, but alright. Jack Swagger and Edge working together to wear out Mark Henry and bringing the big red machine back into the ring. That makes sense, to be honest. You let the two Goliaths fight. Kane, oh my God, you beautiful bastard. Going for a pin. I mean, obviously that wasn't going to be enough, but the fact that he's trying for pins is like, you're wonderful, Kane.
There's the tag.
Shining example of teamwork as they hit the double team.
Oh, Jack Swagger going for a pin now. Team Raw getting their perspectives in check. Their priorities in check even, not their perspective.
Checking for any bruises, and you know they're there.
The referee getting involved now.
Trying to get the big man out first. That's honestly not a bad idea.
It's possible.
Can he score the pin?
Try to get the leader out and see how well they do after that.
Look at this.
Oh my God. I said it was a good idea. I didn't say it would work. Oh geez.
Mark Henry, the world's strongest man.
Belly to belly. Okay. Oh, finally. We're in the pin section, are we? Almost 20 minutes in, that's when the pins start.
And the count's broken, keeping the match alive.
And he kicks out of it. And there's the count.
Wait a minute.
Refusing to
In the
give in
corner
there.
goes Henry, and the tag to Edge. Swagger and Edge gonna do some crazy move. Double flip. So that's a high height for someone the size of Henry to fall. Bringing all that weight crashing
And
down.
there's a tag. Hang on.
Would you look at this?
Kane is literally the only guy in this match that has shown no signs of heart. Might have been a really good thing that he won to represent Raw. If he'd just stay in the ring. Henry trying everything he can to get out of Team Raw's corner. Drags him to the center and goes for another pin attempt. It's not a bad approach, but Henry has still got a lot of fight in him. Admittedly, his partners are slow as hell right now. I don't think they're of much use when it comes to breaking up a pin, so I can respect the constant attempts. Oh, here he goes again. It's the over-the-shoulder thing. Uh-oh. Oh, when a wrestler resorts to just crawling down on you and punching you in the face, you know you're finished. Jack Swagger busted open.
And he gets the tag.
Some great teamwork from Edge and Swagger, even if they're not wrestling like Edge or Swagger ever would.
Now he's back out on the apron. Whoa! Would you look at this? Can you believe
Henry going for a big old stolen suplex. Please, just someone get eliminated. We got 9 minutes left. I want to see our actual winner in this match. Oh, going into the Crew's corner finally. Henry finally able to get out of the ring. I really wanted to see a team win this match, but I don't think it's going to happen.
We know what this is.
Oh, hang on, Truth. The Truth or Consequences, I believe he calls that.
he's setting up?
I would have gone for the pin, but that's just me. Truth, what are you doing? There you go. Little Jimmy once again on Edge. Pin him. Thank you. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. We're going to see an elimination. Oh, Kane. Kane. Nope. Edge is out. All right. 2-3 now. SmackDown's got the advantage. They're one step closer to that third point.
The referee getting involved now.
How much more? How much more are you willing
So now
to
it's
pay
Jack
for this
Swagger and
match?
Kane versus
Unreal.
R-Truth, Mark Henry, and Booker T. I think it's Kane and Truth that are the legal men right now. At least that's what Swag has decided.
Look at the force behind that leg drop.
8 minutes left to go. 2-3 eliminations total required.
That ring post.
Referee not counting Kane out. Oh, now he is. Oh god, Kane's head turned. That was kind of creepy the way Kane's head slowly turned over to R-Truth.
Backdrop. Crushing damage directly delivered to the back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Sidewalk slam.
Should do it.
He's looking at it. Oh no.
Oh boy.
The eyes of Kane.
My god, the amount of choke slams he's dished out in this match. And he just never pins off of them. Never. It's gotta be like a busted move in the game or something.
R-Truth out of nowhere.
Well, I mean, all the crew got to do is survive another 6 minutes with all three intact. And it's officially a win for SmackDown. They don't have to get all three eliminated. Ref! Ref! Fuck you, ref!
And there's a kick out at one. Oh, look at this.
Could have easily been an elimination there. Stupid fucking ref.
The tag is made.
Okay, we got the big boys back in again. Kane and... Oh, jeez.
Refusing to give in there.
Mark Henry's finally taken Kane down. Okay. Five minutes 50 on the clock to get both Kane and Swagger out, or to get all three of the crew out. All three of the crew are really hurt, but getting them eliminated, having the ref pay enough attention, really difficult. Team Raw could easily win this, but it would require the referee to actually focus on the match, and I don't know how likely that is. He'd also have to start doing countouts and stuff too. Like, he's just got to count in general. That ref needs to learn numbers. How did he get a job?
What a counter.
Wow, Kane is getting worked over.
An incredible series of moves there. Nobody's budging an inch in this one.
He is in a bad spot right now. Systematically working down Kane.
Kane. Ooh, a skull-crushing impact. And there's the submission hold. Will this do it?
I mean, it would be pretty big and it's possible, I guess. No, never mind. That would make some progress in this match, and we don't do progress.
Undying will to succeed. Intercepted. Oh my gosh, did you see his head?
Oh, look how groggy he looks. He's in desperation here.
I just really wanted to see an actual winner announced. I didn't really want to have it end in a time limit and it just be like, oh, well, these guys had more guys.
1, 2,
Oh, okay, 2-2. Kind of weird to see Mark Henry be the next eliminated, but it is what it is. We've got 3 minutes and 50 seconds to see another elimination, or this is a tie. I can't add any extra time to the match, so what happens, happens here, really.
Oh my, what a jawbreaker.
Are any more eliminations going to happen? That is the question. Off the ropes and pin him. Pin him off of that. You can do it. No. It's just a DDT. Pin him off a DDT. DDTs are good. Stop picking him up. Oh, here we go. Another sidewalk slam. Man, Truth has taken a beating. And of course, he can't just go for the signature pin. He's got to go for the finisher and then not pin.
Oh, out of nowhere.
Truth, what?
there's the tag. And now he's back out on the apron.
Booker has like barely been in this match lately. Neither is Swagger though. I mean, Kane has kind of just taken on the gauntlet now. Well, this one's either ending in a tie or someone's going to get an elimination in the last 2 minutes. It's simply not ending in an actual result, that's for sure.
And there's the save. The referee getting involved now.
Pin him. Just take the pin, Booker. Just take the pin.
Oh, nice counter.
Pin him. Just keep going for pins. Oh my god. Stop. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Booker. Okay, is this going to see Kane eliminated? That would be really surprising, but it could happen. Scissor kick. Right in front of Jack Swagger, though. Swagger! He didn't even help him! Well, Jack Swagger's got a minute and a half to eliminate 2 people. Or 1 and end in a draw. Is this going to be enough? I mean, he didn't really do anything. I guess so. Alright, Booker, I mean, Jack Swagger and R-Truth, the final 2 in this match. Northern Lights suplex into a pin on R-Truth. Team Raw wins. Just wanted to prove me wrong, really. 28.5 minutes in, Jack Swagger is the only survivor. Well, Jack Swagger gets the victory for Team Raw, and that makes Team Raw now 2 against SmackDown's 2. So the women's match next, Kharma versus Beth Phoenix, determines who's going into the main event. With that 1-point lead, who will be going 3-2 against ECW, as well as the other brand again in the Triple Threat main event for the Champions Trophy. We'll find out next as Beth Phoenix and Kharma go one-on-one.
Alright everyone, Bragging Rights continues here with this women's match. We've been waiting for this one.
Scheduled for one fall. Approaching the ring, the WWE Women's Champion, Kharma.
Kharma, the women's champion, up against Beth Phoenix, the Divas champion. Two of the most unstoppable forces we've ever seen, quite frankly. Both managing to hit the peak, the top of their divisions. Now set for this one-on-one matchup. It's going to be real interesting to see which one is the superior women's champion. I'm actually recording this on a different day to all the matches that came before this. So if I sound different, I do apologize. Ran out of time yesterday. So I'm recording this today separately, these last 2 matches. So far the score is even 2-2. SmackDown with 2 points as... sorry, this is me trying to remember the show that I literally just recorded yesterday. SmackDown with 2 points as the show kicked off with Christian and Tyson Kidd defeating William Regal and Wade Barrett to get to that first point. In the second match of the night, Justin Gabriel, the light heavyweight champion, defeating ECW's hardcore champion Chavo Guerrero to pick up their second point.
And her opponent from Buffalo, New York, she is the Divas Champion, the Glamazon, Beth Phoenix.
And then in the third match of the night, we saw Raw's Drew McIntyre, the European champion, defeat the Intercontinental champion SmackDown's John Morrison to pick up Raw's first point. And Raw just scored its second point in the 6-man elimination tag team match, as Team Raw's Jack Swagger was the sole survivor, defeating the final participant of Team SmackDown, R-Truth, to capture the victory for Team Raw, which I hear Swagger will be rewarded for in some way. I look forward to finding out exactly what it is that they have in mind for Swagger after such a prestigious victory. And immediately Beth Phoenix going in for the offense. Now this would be a fascinating one to see either one of these two suffer a loss. As I say, Kharma is definitely statistically the one with the huge advantage in this match, as she has already she has a much higher win-loss record than that of Beth Phoenix, which I will pull up in just a second. Just gotta get it ready first. It was really weird to see Kharma in a color other than like that like browny, blacky, metallic, whatever the hell it is, suit that she wears. It's got a lot of grays and browns on it, if I remember right. This is going to be a very, very physical match, and this is really going to showcase the best that both brands' women's divisions have to offer, for sure. Intercepted.
Wait a minute! And she escapes the hold. Kharma's in control, and quite honestly, we expected this.
Still looking forward to finding out up next who the champion of champions is, regardless of their brand winning or not. This one's all about themselves, realistically, for the Big Show, Sheamus, and The Miz, facing off in that triple threat elimination champion of champions match. Only one man can walk out with the champion of champions trophy, and I very much look forward to seeing who it is that's going to be declared, basically the ultimate champion. For Beth Phoenix, anyway, I said I was going to pull up the statistics, and then I didn't, so allow me. Beth Phoenix, Beth Phoenix coming into this one, 11-6 overall record, 7-3 this season, only 3 losses this season, 3 losses the previous season. She's been on a pretty good roll in her second championship reign as the Divas champion. Beth Phoenix is, of course, the only woman to have ever historically won both the Divas and Women's championships thus far. However, Kharma, you can't ignore 10 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. You really can't ignore that statistic. There has only ever been one person who has defeated Kharma, and I will tell you right now, it is not Beth Phoenix, because this is the first time they have ever faced off. She might have what it takes. I don't doubt that she could be the one to also beat Kharma, but we'll have to wait and see. Regardless, this puts whoever wins this one, this puts their brand at the lead, into the lead, as they'll then have their 3rd point, which means that it will either come down to a tie, or they're basically the one deciding their winning brand. Say, for example, Kharma wins this match, but Sheamus loses the next to The Miz. Then we would have a tie between SmackDown and Raw, with 3 points each. Big Show wins. Well, he gets those 2 points for ECW, and ECW will tie with whoever comes in second. A lot of possibilities. This one has been quite a physical match so far. Something I've been really looking forward to is seeing exactly the limits that these two can bring each other to. I think this is going to be a lot more than your ordinary women's match. Not to say that they aren't anything special, it's just obviously you put these two in the ring against each other, two who have really seen not much opposition. But I say Kharma's just got that little bit more than Phoenix that might end up favoring her straight through to the top.
Talk about planning your opponent. Oh no! And Beth connects.
Phoenix is really trying to give it her all right now. We saw Phoenix's tag team partner Natalya really put on an impressive competition against Kharma on Raw. Not this past Monday, but the week before.
What a punch from those big biceps of the Glamazon. Hey!
And a belly to belly as the crowd falls deathly silent.
Oh, Kharma has that sinister look in her eye.
That can't mean anything good. Or it just doesn't mean anything, period. Beth Phoenix got right back up.
Watch out here.
Nice hip toss. Beth Phoenix, oh my god! Incredible.
I wouldn't be shocked if 1 or 2 maybe cracked right now. There's a bullseye on that arm.
Yeah, that is correct. Beth Phoenix is showing a little bit of signs of hurt right now. Let's say she's at least suffered 6 losses in her career. That's 6 times more than Kharma's ever lost. Pressure's really on. But I stand by what I said. She definitely stands the best chance of being enough of a threat to actually be the one to beat Kharma here tonight and really put Raw in its place. But I know that right now Foley has got to be feeling all kinds of confident for Monday night, having this woman as your representative. Oh jeez. Oh my god, that's got to be it.
I don't know if I can stomach Kharma doing much more.
I think that's got to be it. Kharma looking for the pin. She just crushed Beth Phoenix off the second rope. And that's a victory for Raw. The women's champion continues to be absolutely unstoppable. Frightening. And then she starts breaking character. Stop it. So Raw is currently in the lead with 3 points. The pressure is on now. Can Raw secure that 4th point and be determined the all-out winner? Will ECW be able to at least tie with SmackDown for second place, or will SmackDown tie Raw for first place? That's what we're going to find out. But more than that, we're going to find out up next who the best champion across all three brands is. It's the World Heavyweight Champion Sheamus, the ECW Champion Big Show, and the WWE Champion The Miz, competing to find out the first ever Champion of Champions. Oh. Okay. Oh, there it is.
Following a triple threat match is scheduled for one fall. And is to determine the champion of champions. Introducing first, the champion of champions, Mr. McMahon.
Mr. McMahon coming out to present the award. This was, of course, his creation, his idea, so it makes sense that he'd be the first one out here tonight to present the title for the first time ever. There it is. The Champion of Champions trophy. Alright. Mr. McMahon coming out here to present that belt.
Introducing the challenger, the World Heavyweight Champion, the Celtic Warrior, Sheamus.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, this has got to bring up old wounds for Mr. McMahon. That is the man that drove him away from Monday nights, the man that made him give up on his original show, Monday Night Raw. The world champion Sheamus coming on out here tonight to compete for Mr. McMahon's trophy. And although ECW haven't won, what Mr. McMahon wanted the most, I believe, was to humiliate Sheamus, to stick it to the United Kingdom, to show that he had the superior brand, the superior champion. And, well, speaking of which, here he comes.
Introducing the challenger, the ECW Champion, the Big Show.
ECW doesn't really have a color, since its logo is like red. So I just kind of focused on the fact that it's got so much silver on it. So ECW's colors were black and white, in case anyone was curious. Chavo kind of had a few more colors on his attire, admittedly, but black and white was the main theme. Hence Big Show's singlet. The Big Show, the ECW champion. The final hardcore champion before having it handed to Chavo Guerrero. I mean, the guy literally handed it over. He never lost that championship. Let's keep that in mind. Here comes the final participant.
Introducing the challenger, representing the WWE Champion, The Miz.
The Miz, the final participant in this triple threat matchup. Mr. McMahon has decided to take a seat, step back, let these guys get on with it now. He's presented the trophy. I think he just wanted to see in both his boy, the Big Show, and his former champion, Sheamus. The Miz, the WWE champion, the final entrant in this matchup. And there it is. The Champion of Champions title. Maybe not the best sight to behold, admittedly. It's not the prettiest trophy out there, but what it represents is pretty massive. To be able to say that you are the top guy amongst all other champions, it's a pretty big deal. So here we go. Elimination triple threat. The rules for this match have been clarified. This is a triple threat elimination style matchup with no disqualifications, no countouts, no rope breaks. Falls count anywhere.
King, what must the Miz be thinking about as we get
And
started?
they've got 30 minutes to determine who will be declared champion of champions. I find it quite interesting here. Sheamus kind of almost wearing the colors of all three brands. I believe that was kind of the goal he was going for, was that, you know, he wanted to be the champion of champions. So he wore the colors of all three to kind of represent that, I guess. There you go, I finally explained that attire. Even though the real reason he's got it is because it matches Drew McIntyre's default attire. But we won't talk about that. Very bold statement made by Sheamus. A lot of people, you know, quite confidently representing Raw, and you've got Sheamus here saying that he's already the champion of all three. I will say the Miz is in a very awkward situation here in this triple threat matchup. Things really aren't going to be too easy for him going up against two Goliaths like Sheamus and the Big Show, but that's what happens when you become the world champion of a brand. You've got to be ready for this kind of competition. It's nothing out of the ordinary for the other two. Vader went through Hell in a Cell. I mean, Big Show went through Hell in a Cell with Vader just a couple weeks ago, and Sheamus went through Hell in a Cell in a triple threat against both Batista and The Undertaker to make it here, whereas all the Miz did was run out with a briefcase and pick his spot. You know, he earned that briefcase, but pulling down a briefcase from hanging above the ring and being able to defeat two behemoths in one match are two very different things. Thankfully for the Miz, this match doesn't see his championship on the line. For Sheamus, this one is extra important, as tomorrow night on Raw he's got to defend the World Heavyweight Championship against Edge. So not a lot of time to recover, and immediately his championship on the line. I don't think I'd be too pleased if I was Sheamus. The Champion of Champions trophy, we've been told, isn't the championship that we'll see actively defended, but rather an honorary trophy and title. A new Champion of Champions will be declared next year. So it's more like a special annual thing than a defended championship. However, whether the guy wants to carry it around, showboat a little bit, enjoy that trophy, that's completely up to them.
These men are playing Russian roulette with their careers in this environment.
I will say, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, my pick to win this one is absolutely the Big Show, which would declare ECW and SmackDown as tied in second place, with Raw the defined winner with 3 points. But I stand by it. I think the Big Show is the rightful winner of this match. He's an incredible talent, a huge threat to both these two. And of course, when you add in the fact that this is anything goes in this triple threat match, and it's elimination, the only chance the Miz has is trying to get a little Show Miz reunion going on to eliminate Sheamus.
Thus far, this has been a phenomenal championship contest.
I don't know if he can do that though. Big Show's a very different guy to when the Miz was teaming with him on SmackDown at the start of the year. 9 months can change someone quite a bit.
This no disqualification match has been a war. None of these superstars are likely to forget what happened here tonight.
I'll tell you, when you face Big Show, you have to work on those legs. I don't know of any other way to beat this giant.
Miz seriously thinking he's going to somehow tap the Big Show out. Gotta be nuts.
Oh my gosh, did you see his head?
This is a grueling championship match. Nobody wants to lose this opportunity.
Miz is already holding his head. He's already showing signs of being hurt. This match has only just begun. You know, you can't help but wonder, would Miz have even actually made it to tonight as the WWE Champion if he'd had to honor that championship defense against John Cena?
Submission locked in tight. This could do it.
Because let's not forget that that was a thing. 9 days ago on SmackDown, he was supposed to defend the WWE Championship against John Cena. He got lucky that Mark Henry decided to take personal action against John Cena. I don't think he would have come out on top against Cena.
How much more extreme will this match become? Oh!
I think it's nuts how much The Miz is getting beaten down. This feared leader of a faction.
Squeezing down on the head here. Whoa! And he fights his way out.
Top dog, so they say.
These athletes seem to have tried.
Oh, big man now.
Playbook.
Oh, there's more in their arsenal. I promise you that. I don't know what it is, but they'll find it.
Ladies and gentlemen, The Miz is indeed the most must-see WWE superstar ever.
Okay. No way. Okay, thank you. Thank you for stopping that from happening,
Ow,
Sheamus.
that was a serious shot there.
It's going to be a real kick in the teeth to whichever brand's champion gets eliminated from this match first, to be honest. That's the one thing I'm kind of waiting on is which general manager is going to be hoping they got a different world champion sooner than later coming out of this. The amount of force that took The Miz just to get Big Show's neck down.
An incredible series of moves there. Nobody's budging an inch in this one.
Blocked. What a move off the block.
Come on, don't get scared. Let them tear each other apart. This match isn't close to being done.
Okay, very nice move you had there, Miz. Well done.
They call Sheamus the Celtic Warrior.
Yeah, this guy's barbaric. He loves inflicting pain on his opponents. Hey, hooked by the Miz.
Miz looking for his neck breaker, and he got it. It's usually a sign that he's looking to wrap things up. Is he? Okay. Where's The Miz going? Ah, we should have known. You make a weapon legal, The Miz is going to take every opportunity he can. I mean, that's probably his best fighting chance. I can't say I fault it. A little slow, a little bit hazy there, clearly, on his way into the ring with that chair. And Sheamus is no stranger to using chairs to succeed in championship matches himself. That's a dangerous way to have the Sheamus fall.
Who knows? I know it works, though, whatever it is.
Big Show is tearing the roof off this place right now. Miz is just kind of sitting back and watching. Oh.
It looks like that last shot cut him.
Oh, Sheamus has been busted open. Miz trying to get in on the action now that he's seen that Sheamus is hurt. Big Show looks like he's just getting ready. He's just kind of getting started is what I meant to say, not ready. Guy's still got a lot of fight in him. Honestly, maybe Miz and Sheamus should consider working together. I know the United Kingdom and the Misfits were like a whole thing about this show was the fact that they would be going to war, but maybe they should look into working together right now. Big Show is clearly kicking their asses.
You've got to be kidding me. You didn't really just say that, did you?
Of course I did, because it's true.
You know, the worst thing about The Miz is he's young in his career. And like it or not, you're not going anywhere, Michael. So now I have to listen to you gush over him for probably the next 10 years.
Oh, don't you worry. You didn't. Michael Cole went right back to shitting on him not long after this. Is this going to be the first elimination? Oh, wow. Big Show making it very clear he is not going anywhere anytime soon. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god, Sheamus! Oh. We got an elimination on our hands. Knockout punch to his former partner. My god, he's waited like almost a whole year to do that to The Miz. And that is a very long story finally finished up there. The Miz is eliminated from this Champion of Champions match. I cannot say I'm too surprised. But hey, Big Show finally getting that revenge against The Miz that he waited such a long time for. And now we got the two I really expected this to come down to. No disrespect to The Miz intended, but I kind of had a feeling it would be these two in the end. And Sheamus is showing some serious signs of hurt.
Back and forth. How do these superstars keep doing it?
This would be a 4th point and a very definitive victory for Raw if Sheamus could beat the Big Show, but I just don't know if I see it. Oh my god, no way, no way, no way, no way, not like that. Okay, like that.
Big Show is the new champion.
No struggle whatsoever for the Big Show in this match. Tore the roof off this place.
And the new champion of champions, the Big Show.
2010 has been a hell of a year for Big Show. He comes out of this one, the champion of champions, the trophy invented by Mr. McMahon to say that ECW was the superior brand, and well, it was the ECW champion that came out on top. I gotta give credit where it's due. You may not like Mr. McMahon, you may not like ECW, you may not like the Big Show, but he was right. Hang on, checking on Sheamus here, trying to see if he's alright. Oh no! And a little bit of jumping jacks for good measure. Well, he may think that he's got the psychological edge, and yes, I guess technically Raw should be the one to close out the show because they did win tonight, but it's the Big Show that's declared the champion of champions. I don't really know what this means for Sheamus and Big Show. They're on completely separate brands, but you really needed to update that logo in the background as well. I didn't want to say it, but it's right there. Thank you all for watching Bragging Rights. This was a very odd show. I mean, it's kind of a filler show, to be honest. But it declares that Raw is the superior brand. And SmackDown and ECW are pretty even. Realistically, if you wanted to give ECW just the 1 point, though, it means that SmackDown came in second and ECW came in third. But nonetheless, it's ECW, whereas the home of the Champion of Champions trophy. I look forward to seeing who it is that's going to try and dethrone Big Show anytime soon, because I just don't see how it's going to happen. Anyway, thank you all for watching this episode of Universe. Thank you for watching Bragging Rights. It's a really weird way to close out the show, but I'll see you guys tomorrow night when that man right there, Sheamus, defends the World Heavyweight Championship against Edge on Monday Night Raw.